Hello, I wanted to welcome you to the video on the Mesopotamian and the Egyptian test. So let me go ahead and give you some the lowdown on the test is gonna look like, so there's no surprises for you tomorrow, Tuesday. Sorry, for Tuesday. Uh, there's going to be 20 multiple choice questions. There's going to be a short answer. There's going to be a fill in the blank, not a fill in the blank. There's going to be a ORQ and a short answer. Okay, there's no fill in the blank. Sorry, on what I was thinking. And so let's go ahead and take a look at what the short answer or the ORQ can come from. So if you flip over on the back of your study guide, it says down at the bottom, it says be able to explain in detail. So you're going to have to be able to explain in detail what a Mesopotamian city-state looks like. So what you're going to have to tell us is it's going to look like that donut. Okay, in the center you're going to have the city. On the outside you're going to have the farmland, and then there is a physical feature that's going to run down beside that called the river valley. So river is going to be that physical feature that's going to run down the side. So make sure that you can be able to label that. You're going to draw the center. It's going to be the city. The outside is going to be the farmland, and the physical feature that runs down the side is going to be a river. So make sure you can do that. Also make sure that you know the 7 characteristics of civilization, and that out of those 7, you can give us one piece of evidence for each one of those in Mesopotamia and in uh, Egypt. So make sure that you can do that. That's huge. Then you're going to have to know the social structure of Egypt, which are those 6 levels. That's like Pharaoh, government officials, all those. It should be in your brain. So get out your brain, and it should be in there. And then the 3 levels for Mesopotamia, that upper, middle, and lower class, and then some of the places or some of the jobs that go in it. Okay, so be able to do that. So the first thing that we need to know is that in Egypt they are polytheistic. That's a belief in that more than one God. So they believe in more than one God. That means they're polytheistic. Okay. Also, make sure that you know that irrigation and a plow is all part of stable food supply. So if there's something about a plow and irrigation system, you know that's stable food supply. Okay. Also know that Sumeria or Mesopotamia's written language is cuneiform. The Egyptians, their written language was called hieroglyphics. Also know about Hammurabi, who was the guy that did those first set of law codes that gave equality. Uh, Also know 2 benefits if you live near the Nile River. One benefit could be there's that fertile soil right near the river that's brought on from when it floods, and that silt runs out into the land, makes it fertile. Another one you could say would be trade. You could say transportation. All of those things are benefits of living near that Nile River. Okay. Also, that Pharaoh is looked to as a god. Okay, don't ever forget that. He's looked to as a god by the Egyptians. They actually thought he was a god on earth. Okay. The people highly skilled. The people that were highly skilled in the social structure included carpenters, painters, sculptors, and metalworkers, were known as artisans in Egypt. They were artisans. The guy that's the right hand man to the pharaoh, he's known as the vizier. Get it? Advisor, vizier. Okay. Also, they moved out of those Agros mountains because they couldn't grow crops on the side of a mountain. So they moved down out of the mountains and settled on near a valley, near a river that had fertile soil, so they could feed more people and that they could grow crops. Um, Also know that that process of preparing the body for the afterlife is known as mummification. Also, be able to tell us the reason why they did mummification. Don't forget, those Egyptians believed that they had to preserve the body. If the body was not preserved, that the Ka or their spirit could not recognize the body in the afterlife, which meant that when the Ka, the little bird, came down and landed. Remember, we looked at the little thing when we did we played that game that day. We did the mummifying the chicken. So make sure that you understand why they did that process. They put the organs in the canopta jars. Remember, they kept the heart in the body because the heart would have to be weighed on the scale of the feather by the god Orius. Make sure you know that. Also make sure that you know that it took 70 days for the mummification process to take place. The priests are the guys that did the religious rituals for the mummification. Also, remember that you had to be rich to be able to do that mummification. The mummification process was very expensive. Also, remember we talked about King Tut was discovered by Howard Carter. What we learned from that is Egyptian culture. Remember I said in my class the big picture. Big picture. That's weird. Okay. Also know that those Mesopotamian city-states were fighting over water. So remember they were clogging up those irrigation systems and stuff. So they tried to develop a way to so everybody could share the water. And they developed that way to do city-states. They had wars over it. They fought over water. So all of them could grow those crops. Okay. Physical features of Egypt was the Nile River that helped trade among those other kingdoms. Similar to Mesopotamia as Kentucky is to America, the United States. Physical feature. The silt made the ground rich. Then it says choose one of the 7 characters of civilization in ancient Egypt and give evidence of it existed. So I'm going to give you 3 of those characteristics that I would look at. The first one would be religion. In that one, you could talk about, there's a lot of stuff you could talk about. You could talk about the process of mummification. You could talk about their polytheistic beliefs. You could talk about the creation myth. All those are pieces of evidence. Another one for social structure, you could do the pyramid, talking about it's all based on jobs. You can move, but it's kind of hard to move up in that. And then lastly, for one of the 7 that I would probably talk about would be social structure. We got religion. You can talk about government, how that whole process of the pharaoh being kind of like a monarchy passed through the blood. What else could we do? Those are the 3 that I would choose. Those are kind of the easiest 3. Also, don't forget 20 multiple choice, short answer, and ORQ is all going to happen for you on Tuesday. Also, I wanted to welcome some new people to looking at my channel. I know Mr. Denton has allowed some of you to come and check out this page. So if you ever, before a test, if you ever want to get on here, I usually do videos every time before a test. So this is just a great tool to use. A lot of students watch the videos over and over again to try to help them out. So it's here, use it. So if you have any questions about anything, just feel free to ask me or Mr. Denton. But pretty much if you know the study guide, which I had in front of me, without the answers because I'm that good. If you have any questions about the test, it's going to happen on Tuesday. Tomorrow will be the day to ask. I know tomorrow we have the play that's coming, which was Excellento, by the way. I hope that you guys really enjoy it tomorrow. The play is going to happen. You're going to have a little writing prompt after that. And then Tuesday, you guys will come in and be ready for the test. Now, our 6th period class is going to get the review game tomorrow. So they'll be able to see that tomorrow. So, like I said, if you have any questions, just feel free to grab me or Mr. Dent and ask us questions. I know this test is a big unit. We've been in here for about 8 or 9 weeks. So, I know it's a big one. So, just make sure that you're studying. Your brain is a great resource. Not this brain. Your composition notebook. The brain's a great resource for you. So, I would take that with me and study that. So, like I said before, if you have any questions, just let us know. So, like I said before, if you studied, you should do great. So, if you look behind me, I'm in my UK room. As you see all the UK stuff back there. So, I'm going to go in here and find me something to chew on. So, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.